Welcome to Mariannes Morning Talk. Today I have the pleasure to welcome Atul Damani, our Head of Data and Analytics. Welcome to the show, Atul.
Hi, Marianne. Happy to be on the show. Happy to talk data and analytics with yourself.
Mr. Statistical Data. 2 weeks ago on my show, Paul Cunningham said, marketing activities has to be informed by data and what data is telling us. I'm very curious, what does that mean to you and your team?
So Paul brought up a great point, and actually it's a great affirmation of what me and my team are actually doing with data. Um, I believe that all activity has to be informed by data, and marketing, it starts with marketing. So if you look at Westcon is in a great position where we've been selling for years to the channel, to end users. And over time, we have amassed this huge volume of data, right? Partner profiles, partner financials, buying patterns, right? And what we have built over here is a very sophisticated engine that lets us get insights, that allows us to drive some marketing activity, some sales activity, but also operationally look at, what are some of the criteria where we can upsell, cross-sell. So when Paul said that, and he also said, I believe data should not just define the past, but inform the future. I mean, that is a key tenet of what we do here at Westcon. We do the reporting, but then it's not just about reading the news. It's about how do you make the news? How do you help our partners make the news by selling more? And so I'm very, very excited that Paul brought it up on the chat. And I know that you and your team are great consumers for us for our data strategies.
Absolutely. And we have seen really good things coming out of that. So what's your approach to our data strategy and where are we headed?
Such a great question. So every data strategy to be successful has always to be aligned with corporate goals. And Westcon has very well-defined corporate goals for the last couple of years. We have the plan, and our data strategy is well aligned with that. Now, just focusing on the data strategy, I describe it very simply as the create, connect, and consume strategy. Creation of good master data that supports the corporate goals, right? Managing and governing that data, make sure that it represents the source of truth. Connecting data is very important. So at Westcon, we have a great ERP system, and we have all these numerous systems, digital, operational, that support that. We have the blue skies. And so how do you actually connect them to make a business layer, not an IT layer, but a business semantic layer to answer questions? And the last is the consume part of our strategy. A consume is how do you make it easy for people to consume information, whether it is reporting, descriptive analytics, whether it is predictive analytics, whether it is prescriptive driving behavior and systems. So the create, connect, consume strategy that we have done here has also been married with best of breed. So Westcon is best of breed when it comes to tech, selling all high-end tech. And that's been our approach to our data, where we have brought best of breed vendors to support the create, connect, consume strategy.
So can you then share some examples of some of the values we bring to our partners?
Sure, absolutely. So as we've harnessed the data and we look at where we think we can help our partners, one of the ways we help our partner, and the way we can talk about it is, I call it, how do we help the partners understand what their customers are doing? So understand your customers, understand the industry they're in, understand the trends. How do you help them retain our customers? So this is some part of that is the solutions lifecycle, which is a great practice at Westcon, where we help the partners identify, what are the opportunities that are coming in, retain the partners, grow the partners, so understand using our data, what are the upsell, cross-sell opportunities with those bundles, and then acquiring. How can you go acquire other customers that look like what you already have? So if you're specialized in the insurance vertical, how do you go and identify end user companies that actually fit the profile that you can sell to? So we help our partners. We have a sophisticated program called ID that we used to help our partners with on this journey.
This is really cool. And myself with our business creator team, we got lots of data from you as well. Yes, that we get new partners on board and that we help our partners with new products, what would fit into the product they have bought already. So there is where I see already some very big influence of your data. I heard that you are a quite diverse person with ton of interest. Is it true that you are a passionate soccer coach for kids?
I am a passionate soccer coach for kids. My journey in soccer, so in India, there is very little. I grew up in India, and there's little infrastructure for soccer. I used to play soccer till college, but it's through my dad. And this time it was my dad was an avid German soccer fan. back in the days of Lothar Matthäus, and I would sit with him and watch the soccer. And we call it football, but in India, it's soccer in the US. But yeah, I love coaching young kids. I used to play different positions, and now we do a lot of drills. So yes, I love playing soccer. I love watching soccer, and I do cheer for Germany as one of my favorite teams because it brings back great memories for me.
That is great, and especially working with kids is always very cool. I also heard that you are a super gardener and a master mixologist who can create killer cocktails.
Yes, I think of myself, gardening is vegetable gardening, right? So I love making my own soil. I love experimenting with different types of peppers, tomatoes, and herbs, cross transplanting them. For me, gardening brings me immense peace. So I'm a type, and I'm always like, I'm very passionate about things. Like I'm passionate about data, I'm passionate about work. And when I'm in the garden, I'm just passionate, but it's a nice null. Like my body just relaxes just doing the gardening. I grow green peppers. Every year it's a new project. So this year is, what are the hottest peppers in the world? How can I grow them? How can I actually use those peppers to make nice mango, mix them in mango and make a jam? Mixology, is I'm now doing French cocktails. So I am now looking at French cocktail. How do you Prosecco with a little bit of, aperitifs, and what can you make? So the problem with doing that is, I can't consume a lot of it, but I love mixing it for my friends. And so that's a lot of fun. Yeah.
So I know what you need to do next time on our team meeting, right?
I would love to do that. Yeah.
So, but for the gardening, I will come as well with some questions because my thumb is definitely not green. I can tell you, Atul. So thank you very much, Atul, for being on my morning talk. It was a great pleasure having you here. And I hope that we will hear about data and data analytics a lot more from you in the future.
Yep. Thank you, Marianne. And I'm looking forward to actually the day when we can also connect in person again.
That would be great. Thank you very much, Atul.
Take care. Bye.